Welcome back to another amazing episode of Trailer Trashing, the podcast where you watch, review, make fun of movie trailers. I'm your host, Joey Rinaldi, and joining me as they do every Tuesday is our chief editor producer, Charlie Weinschenk, and also joining us is the one and only Mr. Derek Blythe.
Oh, hello.
What's up, everyone?
I got really confused for a second because you said every Tuesday, and I was like, "What? It's Tuesday? It was Friday because we record." Don't tell anyone though that we're
Don't
recording
tell
this on a
anybody
Friday.
the day we record, where we record, when we record. It's all secret stuff.
That's the magic of showbiz. It sounds like it's Tuesday, right? You listen to this, you're like, "That's a Tuesday," but nope. It's a Friday.
Well, we come out on Tuesdays.
All the editing I do, I make the background noise. I record a full hour of silence on a Tuesday, and
Tuesday
I put it
tone.
in the back.
Tuesday room tone.
And I put it in the back.
Charlie, I have hours of Tuesday room tone recorded in my Zoom right now, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, room tone.
People outside. Sorry, I can't. It's a school night.
I actually want to announce today's theme, but Derek, could you give me like a drum roll of some sort? Because I'm really excited for this.
All right. That's not me. Everyone, that's not me. Imposter. Saboteur.
Charlie, your job is to be the chief editor and non-funny guy. Leave the drum roll to the local funny man.
I play the drums. I went to school for it.
You play the tongue.
Yeah, sure you went to school for it, but that's not your job title.
Those
here.
were the cunnilingus drums.
So, Derek, can you please give me that drum roll I asked so kindly
I will,
for?
but it's going to be really slow.
Okay.
I'll speed it up. I'll speed it up in post.
Like the footsteps of a beast.
Yeah, I'm going to fire Derek. I'm going to have Charlie now do the drum roll.
No,
Derek,
let him do his under this.
All right, I think just fucking say
Perfect.
the thing already.
And today's theme is Friendly Beast movies. Friendly Beast. Every town has a beast that's friendly, and there's tons of movies about them. And
Big old hairy boys.
hairy, friendly, gentle giants that are friendly and beastly.
Beastly.
Kind of like David Ortiz. He's a real life baseball version of a friendly beast.
I was gonna ask if that was a baseball reference because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, any reference that Charlie doesn't know is probably a baseball reference.
What about Mike Piazza? Is he a beast? And is he hairy?
Well, I don't know
Who
if
is that?
That's one baseball name I got on like the ready to go.
Oh, the only one I know is Michael Jordan.
That's basketball, you jackass.
No, he played baseball.
He done did it.
Well, he did play baseball. You know what?
And golf.
Yeah.
The non-sports guys
And
came
NASCAR.
at you for not knowing that.
Can I actually tell you a Mike Piazza story that's pretty dear to my heart?
Request denied.
So when I was like little, my mom thought it was really fun to just like lie to me all the time, and because I was like 4 years old, I didn't know that these were lies because I just like believed everything my mom told me. Like I don't know why my mom would ever lie to me. So on her keychain on her car, like on her car keys, there was a headshot of Mike Piazza. And one day I was like, "Mom, why do you have this baseball player's headshot on your car keys?"
Who's Mike Pizza?
Yeah, that's probably what I said. Okay. And my mom was like, "Oh," and my mom was like, "Joey, you didn't know that I'm dating Mike Piazza?" And like, you have to understand, I knew what a boyfriend and a girlfriend was, and I knew what a husband and a wife was, but I didn't realize that like you couldn't have both of them. Well, I guess there are people who have both, but like I didn't realize this was like a problem.
Mormons.
I didn't realize this was like a problematic statement my mom made. So I was like, "Oh yeah, my mom marries to my dad, and she also has Mike Piazza as a boyfriend." And like,
This is a great sitcom.
and I would go to like preschool all the time and like tell my teachers and friends like, "Yeah, you know that baseball player for the Mets? Yeah, my mom's dating him. No big deal."
Yeah, it's like the thing is, I don't know if the issue is that they thought it was like oh no, Joey knows about like the cheating that's going. They were like, Joey's lying.
Yeah, yeah. And then like my dad just sit me down and was like, by the way, your mom's not dating. Piazza dates hot. Like when I was like, she dates like Victoria's Secret models. No way is he interested in like some 40-year-old house mom from Connecticut. No offense, Joey. And I was like, but my mom wouldn't lie to me. And my dad's like, she's only dating me, Joey, and I'm ugly because I'm your dad.
Oh, there's a lot in that story. There's a lot in there.
It is a whole lot of fun to lie to children, I gotta say. I used to be a camp counselor, and I realized real quick right off the bat that half the time lying to the kids is way easier than trying to solve any of these problems. Like this one kid, he like had a quarter, and he was like so happy that he found like 25 cents on the ground. He was like carrying it around all the time. And he dropped it, and he lost it, and he started crying. And so we didn't know what to do. So one of my co-counselors like got some change out. I found he had 2 dimes and a nickel, and he's like, "Oh no, you dropped it so hard it broke into 3 different coins, but it's still 25 cents." And he believed it.
Kids are fucking stupid.
Wait a second. Two dimes and a nickel sounds like I got nothing. I really.
I'm
wish I
Eddie,
was
2
like,
dimes and a nickel.
Wait. I love him in Woody Allen, Annie Hall, when he's like,
I'm Joey Nichols.
every time you think of 5 cents, think of Joey Nichols.
You see? Nichols.
Nichols.
I'm really waiting to hear how this segues into the first movie. I was really
Speaking of beastly uncles
Yeah.
Nichols.
that have hair.
So,
See, it's easy, Joey. It's super easy.
All right,
You get
you
all
know what?
flustered. You get all flustered and imagine your hair going straight up. And you being a claymation red guy.
All right, Derek, I get it. You have fun facts. You know how to do segues.
I can transition.
So you don't even need me anymore. What's the point of me even being on this podcast anymore?
Good point. Speaking of not existing, some monsters don't exist. Speaking of Bigfoot, which leads us to our first trailer, Harry and the Hendersons from 1987. All right, guys, ready to watch it?
No,
3, 2,
Derek, slow down. No,
He was John Lithgow. He lived with his family. They were very anti-Sasquatch until one day fate had another plan.
Oh man!
all right, we're gonna edit,
making fun of our own podcast.
we're gonna edit all this out because there was actually a little anecdote I had prepared before we watch this trailer because I think this anecdote is important to know before we watch this trailer.
All right,
This
yeah,
movie-
I'll just cut it all out. Don't worry.
Cut out this part and do my part.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
before you say your anecdote, Joey, I just want you to know we value you. Who's gonna say stuff like boobs and oh that was hot if you were gone?
We'll just replace you with one of those AI deep dream versions of yourself.
No AI can mimic how weird my voice is. You
Wow,
asshole.
great trailer. I wish I had a girlfriend. Hilarious, Joey.
So I'm gonna tell this anecdote real fast. So this movie's dear to my heart because one day in college, me and my 2 friends decided to eat like weed brownies together, and we didn't know that these like weed brownies were like I guess like super duper strong, and like you were supposed to like split one brownie for 3 people. So instead of doing that, we just all ate individual brownies. And before I knew it, all 3 of us were freaking out. Like, I mean, like drooling. Like, I remember having like a severely bad headache. Like, it felt like the whole house was like claustrophobic on us. And like, I can't explain it. It was like the worst experience on weed I've ever had in my life. And my one friend locked himself in the bathroom and like he couldn't get out. And when we finally came out, he was like almost crying. And I was like, I got to do something to fix this vibe right now. Because if I don't fix this vibe, I think that we're going to be the first people ever to like die from weed. So I go
or at
on
least never talk to each other again.
So I go on Netflix and I see the first thing on Netflix is just this ugly ass fucking Bigfoot looking creature in John Lithgow's face. And I was like, oh my God. This movie is meant to save somebody from a bad high. And I put that movie on, And it literally cheered all of our spirits up. We were like laughing the whole time. And so whenever in life, anytime somebody's having a bad day, like my sister, I think like didn't get into college one day and was depressed. She was like, my school didn't accept me. I threw on Harry and the Hendersons. It's like my cure to all things now. So I want to see if the trailer also gives us that energy that the movie gives. So let's see.
Yeah. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, in 3, 2, let's watch.
For ages, he has hidden in the forest, eluded hunters, baffled scientists, and remained a mystery until the Hendersons bumped into him.
What is it?
It's a major discovery. We have to take it home.
George. It's alive!
It's eating my 15th birthday corsage!
Uh-oh.
George, he's coming back!
Stall him!
I can't. How?
Show him the pasta maker!
This is our home! Our stuff!
Sit. Exercise, Irene.
This is it. The whole world's gonna know. It ran away.
I gotta find him. I'm going to kill him. Means something to me. Can't you see that? He means something to me.
We'll never see him again, will we?
What I'm going to say now might save his life. There has been yet another sighting of the creature that some people are now calling
Harry!
Harry?
Since when does he have a name?
Since right now.
The average American family just got bigger. Harry and the Hendersons.
Isn't he something?
Wow, that was such an awful trailer for such an amazing movie.
Heartwarming. What year did
okay.
E.T. come out?
Way earlier, like 70s.
Yeah, because this
Like
this
early to
reminded me a lot of
mid-70s.
E.T. It kind of was like an E.T. kind of thing, at least in my mind. You know, do you guys get that vibe?
It's very E.T.
It's very,
Yeah.
very E.T. But instead of the little boy getting a new best friend that's a creature,
It's
it's
the
the dad. It's the dad. So I have a friend, one of my friends who was high as fuck watching Harry and the Hendersons with me, was convinced that this movie was like a metaphor for like a dad who realizes he's actually gay and is attracted to like, you know, like they call like big gay men bears.
Yeah. Was your friend my college professor?
Yes.
I guess that's like what my college professor said about like every movie.
Yeah, so this is actually a movie about how this guy's secretly gay and is coming to terms with it with Bigfoot. And Bigfoot's
Look, you could write the paper. You could write the paper and you'd get an A.
So guys, what did we think about that trailer? I think it sucked. I'm gonna probably rate it like a 3. It was not fun. It didn't show his face. Did you realize we didn't see his face once
Yeah.
in it?
Yeah, that's a
I
surprise.
noticed.
It's the twist.
Just his hand and then his foot breaking floors. It's half of the trailer is him breaking floors.
He's so big, big foot.
He's too big. He's too big for a house. He's too big. Nope. Don't come in. You're too big. Don't. It's too big.
That impression, that voice you're doing, it begins with Mike Tyson but ends with Forrest Gump. It's very strange.
Too big. Nope. Get out the kitchen. Get out the kitchen. Too big.
So, what would you rate that trailer, my man?
I give it like a 5.
Yeah, I give it a 5 too. It's really fun.
It looks like the feel-good comedy of the summer.
Oh, totally.
I like John Lithgow. We share a birthday.
Really? John Lithgow?
Yeah.
John Lithgow is honestly my all-time favorite TV actor. I think no one has ever did a sitcom better than John Lithgow in
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, I think it's the best performance ever in sitcom history. So I'm glad you share a birthday with that.
You didn't think French Stewart was better in that?
French Stewart was fantastic. But
Incoming transmission.
So as I said, they didn't have Harry's face in this trailer, which was actually the producers thought that was gonna be like a cool thing, like, oh, people were gonna come to the theaters to see his face. and it completely flopped. It flopped so badly that they last minute had to change the name of the movie to Bigfoot and the Hendersons, just so people got the idea that it was Bigfoot. And then they instantly changed the name back to Harry and the Hendersons when the video came, when they released it to VHS.
Is that true? That sounds made up.
No, dude, it's literally true. It's like one of the first times they changed the movie like title mid like advertising for it.
Whoa, that's really strange. I actually, if you didn't tell me that it flopped, I would have thought it did better because of how well you were like raving about this movie. But
oh, I love it. This movie's incredible.
but it flopped. Now I know. Haha.
Because of the trailer. Because of the trailer. The trailer is why it flopped. I hated it.
It was all right. I really didn't feel any type of way about this movie, which I guess makes it a bad trailer, but I'm going to still give it a 5. I thought it was going to be a dumb comedy, but it seemed really like kind of like one of those family movies, like the kid crying and everything. It seemed a lot more heartwarming, kind of like, childhood, like personal growth thing from this trailer, at least. I don't know, but I still think it's probably a stupid comedy, right?
It kind of had those elements to it, but I feel like the heart of this movie was actually a like buddy film between John Lithgow and this ginormous Bigfoot guy.
It looks like he goes out on the lam with him.
He does. He goes off the reservation.
This is like a real genre-bending film, so it's a big deal.
Genre bending, Bigfoot bending, Bigfoot bashing, the whole thing.
The whole thing. I guess, yeah. I mean, I really don't feel any strong feelings about this movie. I don't know if I would ever watch it unless I was freaking out with Joey.
Yeah, I'd probably watch it in that circumstance.
Yeah, if you guys, I may dose both of you guys just to freak you guys out, just so I have a reason to watch Harry and the Hendersons with you guys.
That sounds like something that would end our friendship. Secretly drugging someone. That's pretty friendship ending, unless you're in the CIA in the 60s when they actually did that.
But Derek, you have to understand. The thing
I do not have to understand, sir. I am an American. I don't have to understand anything.
You know what you do have to understand? You have to understand that you have to play the Rotten Tomato.
Goddamn thing. I'm going to give it like a 41. There, I did. I beat you to it. Was that so hard? God!
I feel so powerless when Derek yells at me like this. I'm having a breakdown.
Make Charlie go.
Derek's really dominating you this episode.
I'm all hopped up on Red Bull and water.
I would like to announce my resignation from trailer trashing due to the domestic abuse I received from Derek.
Get the hell out. We're replacing you with Barbara Walters.
It's just verbal abuse. We're not even in a home. We're all in 3 separate homes. We're not even in a
all
domicile.
in the tri-state area.
Okay, so Charlie, it's the Rotten Tomato game. You won last week, and we're real happy about that. And now that you have the winning record from last week, how are you going to defend your title this week on Tomato Game Trailer Trashing Time?
I think it did worse than what Derek said. I'm going to go 35, actually.
And you suck at defending the title because it was a 43. Derek came so close to getting the exactamundo.
The greatest.
I wasn't gonna do any better than that. It's all right.
I got a lot of fun announcement to make. We don't have a Roger Ebert review, which means Derek.
He didn't do it. Do we get the Christian moms and the children?
Woo! We get the Christian mom. Common Sense Media.
Oh my God.
You keep this podcast going. I don't know what I would do without you, Common Sense.
Can I please read some of the child reviews? These are the best ones
yet.
Right
ahead. Go right
As
ahead.
long as you don't dominate me again and make me look like a fool.
Shut up!
All my listeners are listening to this, and they're making me look like a real sap.
Tell my address. They can fight me.
Okay.
I will bifurcate them. This one is from a child. 8 years old. And the title of their review is horrible. It's not that it says horrible.
Yeah, it does.
1 star. This movie is scary. At the beginning, they go back to camp with a dead bunny and Harry eats the poor fish. I told my parents to stop the movie after that. All caps. Do not watch this movie.
Oh man.
It has fish eating.
The website itself gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. That's pretty good.
Dude, fuck that kid. That kid doesn't know anything about having a bad high on an edible.
Don't fuck that kid. Everybody, don't fuck that kid.
Yeah.
He's easily, that is a sensitive child who does not like fish eating. All the rest of the reviews are just talking about swearing, but they're children, so they don't want to type it out.
Yeah.
They're like, there's uses of the S word and the B word and the other B word. Overall appropriate.
Charlie,
Yeah.
can you let us know what the parents need to know about this film?
Yes, but I just want to give you one sentence from Spunky Jones, age 13 plus, who gave this 2 stars. I forgot about the strong language used. Several foul language, even from young boy.
Several foul language, even from young boy.
And for all of our lovely parents out there, this is what you need to know.
Yes, parents need to know that the action scenes are kept cartoonish. The male Hendersons are avid hunters. Grandpa Henderson owns a gun store and his son works there. Also, Mr. Henderson holds up a rabbit he's just killed and his son cheers. Citizens arm themselves and go on hunting parties to kill Bigfoot. There's no blood and no one gets shot, but lots of guns and ammunition are shown. There are a few scuffles and minor fights. Some adults and one child swear using many versions of S space T. 4 stars, though.
So I got some fun facts about this 4-star movie that kids don't seem to like for some reason.
Scary.
Melinda Dillon, who played Nancy Henderson in this movie, this is such a weird fun fact that I have to bring it up. She's barefoot in every scene of this movie except for the first and last scenes. How strange is that?
Is it on purpose or is it just a side note?
No.
Like, really?
No, if you just watch the movie, she's just barefoot the whole movie for some reason. I don't even think it was maybe the director had a foot fetish. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like some Quentin Tarantino kind of sort of like subtle foot stuff in there. And the guy that did Drake and Josh and iCarly, he's also a subtle foot guy in his shows.
There's nothing subtle about Quentin Tarantino's foot shots.
Honestly,
they're
yeah,
dirty and gross. Oh.
And there's nothing subtle about the guy from iCarly either. If you ever take a look into that one.
And another fun fact is that the guy who plays John Lithgow's dad is only like 9 years older than him in real life, and he does not look like his dad at all. And like,
That's illegal.
It was just really bad casting. Like it's like if Derek played my dad in a movie. It would make no sense.
Son,
yeah,
come home, son. Your mother's worried sick.
Is this why you're so hard on me, Derek? Because you actually are my dad?
I worry about you, son, in this crazy streets. Out in the streets.
Saying the S word and stuff like that.
Saying swears. Doing edibles with your friends.
Hey,
Watching
Pop.
family comedies.
Pop, can I tell you one more fun fact before we get out of here?
I'll allow it.
The famous line that you've heard that every TV show has parodied at one point when they're kicking somebody out that they actually deep down love, when they go, "Get out of here! Can't you see we don't want you anymore?
Right.
Get out of here!" is from this movie.
Go
Really?
on, get out of here.
That can't be true.
You filthy animal.
This movie is like famous for that. Because at the end of the movie, when he kicks out Bigfoot, he loves Bigfoot. John Lithgow loves Bigfoot. And he starts punching. He literally punches him in the face. He goes, "Get out of here! I don't want to see you anymore." I cry every time.
Wow.
Can I read one more child review before we move on?
Give us one more child
By
review.
Kara, age 10. She says, movie contained words: shit, shitless, goddamn, pissed off, hell, and shut up. 4 stars.
4 stars. Wow.
That's the S word.
But she couldn't write hell. She wrote it heel, like with an apostrophe.
So before we move on, any last thoughts? Any last thoughts on that movie trailer, boys and girls?
Move on. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to talk about it anymore. Go. You hear me? You're not welcome here. You're rejected by our society because you're different, even though you taught us to grow as a family.
And
outta
that's it.
here.
And that's it for Harry and the Hendersons. Now we're moving on to Charlie's movie, which is The Missing Link. What is it,
That's
Charlie?
right. I saw this movie in theaters like last year.
I thought I just got an error when I tried to get on the link of your trailer. It said missing link.
Oh,
That was a horrible dad joke. Son, I'm so sorry.
I'm just happy you're back in my life, Pop.
Get me a fucking beer!
I'm working on it.
God damn it. Why can't you be a prop comic like your brother Gino? You're my worst son with your fucking law degree.
All right. So this movie is The Missing Link. It's by Leica Film Studios. Last time we did one by the other big film studio.
The
that
Run
makes
Chickens.
Chicken Run. Yeah, that's made by Aardman. This one is Leica. These are the two biggest stop motion claymation animation movie people making movie guy things, and so
But can they make a good trailer is the question I want to know.
that is a question. Yeah, roll that trailer.
Okay, we're doing it, and whatever happens, happens. I don't want anyone to get too emotional about this.
I won't hold it against you.
Legend tells of a lost species, a link between man and beast. For centuries, he's lived in hiding, but at long last, he's reaching out and ready to be found.
It's still there. Excuse me. Hi. You can speak. Yes, and I write as well. My penmanship isn't great, but opposable thumbs and fat fingers,
Meet Mr. Link.
Like missing link. Ah! Wait, I don't get it.
A creature of enormous stature. 8 feet tall, 650 pounds.
It's more like 630 pounds. No, it's the hair that makes me look heavier. I think it's a little deceptive. It can be frustrating.
He's a link to our past.
Oh,
A connection to our present.
oh,
And a bridge to the future.
oh. Wait a second. I said, oh, like I knew what you were talking about, but I don't.
Well, I'm on my way.
This spring,
On the other side of the world are my cousins. Can you take me there?
I know the secret ways through the mountains.
Is it hot in here?
By all means, crack open the window.
Oh, that's better.
the search for his kind
I'll bring back proof of the greatest discovery of the century.
will become an adventure of mythical proportions.
You have killed my grandmother.
Quick, someone should give her the kiss of life.
You're the man for the job. How's my breath?
He is the missing link.
Throw me out of the pit.
I think it might be a little too heavy.
Nonsense. Now, give it all you've got.
Oh, it's hard to know whose fault that was. Let's do it again.
Wow, that movie trailer is like if Wes Anderson made a stop motion movie.
He
Yeah,
does and has.
Yeah, he has
two
twice. He's
times.
done it twice.
Wait, what was the other one? I know
Try
Mr.
again.
I know Fantastic Foxy, but who's the other one?
I Love Dogs.
I Love Dogs? Wow.
Yes, Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, but that was on purpose. They did it on purpose because if you say it fast, it sounds like you love dogs.
And I don't fuck with cats either. Or don't. What's that movie called? Fuck with.
Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats. Don't love.
But
dogs.
it was actually a Netflix series, not a movie.
It's a Netflix series. Charlie has gonorrhea. Derek's my father. I like Zach Galifianakis a lot. Zach Galifianakis. It's safe to say I'll watch anything if Zach Galifianakis is involved, even if it sucks, because I've seen a lot of shitty things that he's done.
I really like Zach Galifianakis.
His comedy, like you'll see him do comedy and he'll be really like ironic in his one-liners, and then when he does an acting role, he has this real like sincerity to his voice, a sweetness.
Yeah, he does a lot of voice acting too, and I really
Yeah.
love his voice acting.
Yeah, my favorite character in Bob's Burgers is Felix.
Zach Galifianakis himself.
Yeah. I love him as Felix. He's great as that.
Is that the really mannequin guy?
No,
Felix
it's
Mr. Fischoder's brother. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it first. I said it first. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. You just beat me to the punch.
Beat you to the punch.
It was like a Wes Anderson stop motion trailer. They even had the Paul Simon song that fucking he uses that Wes Anderson uses literally in all of his movie trailers. I feel
and it had all the charm too. It was a really charming trailer. I really loved the movie trailer. I've seen the movie and I still just loved that movie.
Yeah,
trailer.
I'm gonna give it a 7.7. It's funny that Hugh Jackman's in this movie because I read a lot of articles when I went to research this movie. For some reason, there was tons of articles just about how people thought Hugh Jackman was gay. And I'm like, why does this movie make people think Hugh Jackman's gay? It's like the weirdest thing.
Because he's a huge jack man. He jacks men.
It's like a bromance between the two of them, maybe. Maybe they thought that it was about Hugh Jackman being gay for Bigfoot.
And it really pissed me off because I'm just trying to look up fun facts about the missing link shit. And
Look, you could write the essay, you'd get the A.
All right, so Hugh Jackman's gay in this movie, I guess.
Write the essay, I'll give it
Oh my
an A.
God, because there's also a Bigfoot guy. People are gay for Bigfoot. Bigfoot's... Oh my God, I cracked the code.
What the hell are you talking about?
Joey's saying that anytime there's a movie with Bigfoot in it, Bigfoot is secretly just like a hairy gay guy or something. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, because it's like a metaphor for being different in society.
Yeah,
I guess.
No, and I don't subscribe to that.
Unlikely friendship.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's right. I'll say it once again. You write the essay, it'll get the A. You can write a convincing essay about this, I'm sure.
All right.
Anyway,
so rate that trailer, boys.
Rate that
I
trailer,
give it an 8.
boys. I give it an 8 as well.
I give it an 8.
It was fantastic. I like the movie a lot.
I give it an 8.
I give it a 7.7, which is the number that Luka Doncic wears when he plays for the Mavs.
I give it an 8.
Mike Piazza.
So, Derek, what were your overall thoughts about the trailer? And be honest.
I give it an 8.
No, but like I want to hear your thoughts. Like
Give it an 8.
elaborate.
What are your overall thoughts? And be aggressive.
Don't be aggressive.
This one, I was having this thought. It seems like a really, really nice movie. Sometimes like a family movie or a cartoon trailer will come out, and you'll get this thought that's like, damn, like this movie, I'm not going to watch it because it's going to be so good. I'm going to wish I had kids to show it to. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while.
Dad, you have me now.
You're my worst son.
Oh.
I'm not showing you shit except the door.
And maybe a cigarette butt every now and then?
Well, that's just I'm not touching that. Yeah, like I probably won't have kids anytime soon, but sometimes I'll think about like, you know, how wouldn't that be the nicest thing to like show someone The Lion King the first time, or Aladdin, or Missing Link?
I mean,
or
I saw The
something?
Lion King for the first time my sophomore year of college.
Well, then that's different.
It's probably very nice for my friend to show me that movie.
Charlie, keep your toxic childhood out of this podcast, please.
It wasn't toxic. It just predated The
grew
Lion
up,
King.
You just grew up watching Perry Mason and Gumby reruns.
Yeah, it was I grew up in a vacuum. You don't understand. It was great.
You grew up in
I
a
grew
vacuum?
up in a vacuum. It sucked. Whoa. No, but we're having a great time.
So a fun fact about this trailer is that the inspiration for Zach Galifianakis' character, Mr. Link, was just an avocado with hair and legs. Did it look like a hairy avocado with legs?
Yeah, the shape of the body. Yeah, and I love this shit. Like the way they make this stuff is just so fun, and like it's like the whole any type of movie that is made in this style is always gonna be what Derek's talking about. It's just so fun, and like it looks so good, and like their little toys that are moving around, and it's just so nice.
So I have a question. The director of this movie, who's named Chris Butler, said that when he made this movie, he was trying to make Indiana Jones meet Sherlock Holmes inside planes, trains, and automobiles. Did you get that vibe from watching this movie, Charlie? Because from the trailer, I feel like I didn't get that vibe from the trailer.
Yeah, well, I definitely saw Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in that, and it looked like they maybe had a couple adventures that might be like Indiana Jones. But like it's just a trailer.
The Sherlock Holmes I didn't see at all though.
Maybe they solve a mystery. They rode a train. I saw a train.
Yeah.
There was a train. I'll give you the train. There was a train.
So I'll give you the rundown. Basically, the Sherlock Holmes thing is will be explained after I tell you. So there's this guy who's played by a huge jacked man, and he's like an outcast from this like society of British old guys that are doing adventures to find things like the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot. So they're like, I found the lost treasure of Atlantis. And they're like, and they're like, have one of those like clubhouses with like the fucking, fancy boy looking things, like the Elks Lodge and that kind of stuff. So they don't like him. They hate him. And he's like, I'll show you mean guys who don't let me in your club. And then he goes on this adventure with Bigfoot, and then they find all these other missing people and all this. It's just like a whole wacky adventure. And maybe there's some sort of mystery thing in there. I think people are trying to chase them and stuff. I don't know. I recommend
friendship between two outcasts.
Exactly.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. It's absolutely great.
Speaking of outcasts, you two are outcasts to play this terrible game.
89!
Called the Rotten Tomato
89!
Game. 89?
89!
Is that your final? Man. Is that your final answer?
89!
Charlie, what's your final answer?
I'm really stuck between a rock place and a hard place here. Man, because I think that's like a really perfect guess, because I don't want to go too high, but I don't want to go any lower than an 89, really. So I think I'll go reluctantly 85, because it didn't go higher than 89.
Wow. I don't know how to say this.
Just say it.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Just say it.
In all my years of judging the Rotten Tomato game, I don't know... Derek,
say it already, goddammit! You're killing me to heck.
Derek Blythe, 89 is indeed the score.
Fuck.
Oh!
I told you it was a perfect score.
I'm buying a ticket to Vegas, Atlantic City. Oh!
I think you win
Oh!
I think I have to legally give you my keys to my car now. Like I think you own all my property now. Like you actually guessed.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I have to submit my life savings to you now.
Rotten tomatoes.
You win. You get.
You
Park
get
Place.
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
A hotel on Park Place. Monopoly. I win.
Haha. Do not pass go. What?
I think the podcast is over. I think the podcast is officially over now because
Derek, are you all right? Derek's basement's flooding again.
Oh, it's too happy.
Charlie, should we get Derek out of here for a moment? Let Derek have some alone time with the tomato game.
My prize.
Okay, all right, Derek, calm down, because I actually have a big announcement to make for the podcast.
Yes?
So, I had a realization that from now on, even if Roger Ebert's website reviews a movie, we no longer read Roger Ebert reviews that have his interns. And this movie, there wasn't a review on his website, but it was written by one of his lame-ass interns that we fucking hate reading.
Yeah, because he's been dead for a while when this came out.
So from now on, if Roger Ebert didn't review a movie, we only do Common Sense Media. So with that said, with this Missing Link being a 2019 film, we are now referring to our favorite friends at the Catholic site, Common Sense Media.
The Catholic site. Is it aligned with the Catholic Church officially?
There's been rumors that they're tied together with the Catholic Church.
The non-denominational Christian website.
Whoa, do not take your young kid to see this movie. Wow, let me read this review. I don't get to read ever. I'm gonna read this one time.
There's a reason though, but you're about to find out, folks.
Okay, this is written by a parent. 1 star. Do not take young kids to see this movie. We won pre-screening passes to the movie before its release date. There were balloon artists, face painters, sticker, coloring books, and giveaways. It was clear this movie was targeted towards young kids. From the beginning, the movie takes a terrible turn. A man on a quest to find Sasquatch, just to fit into an elite club. The club owner does not. The club owner does not like this and hires an assassin to kill him. There are Wild West-style shootouts with revolvers and shotguns. They are literally trying to kill each other. Wow. This lady is pissed.
She's a real sour, whatever you call it.
It is harem.
This is the last line. My kids are 14 and 12, and I barely felt comfortable with them watching this. I can't imagine the parents in there that had 3 and 5-year-olds. Do not take your child to see this wretched movie.
Wretched movie.
Wretched.
Do not take your children to this wretched film. Veggie
what's
Tales
wrong
only.
with this lady? Oh my god, yeah, seriously.
She doesn't like balloon. They think there's cultists with balloon artists and face painters. It is harem.
They're targeting children with this children's movie.
Charlie, what's the opposite of kosher? Like something that's harem.
Oh man, what is it called? I think it's called
sacrilege.
Trafe.
I remember when I have relatives that are really religious, and when that movie The Golden Compass came out, they sent us a whole barrage of emails about how it's evil and cultist. And
what movie?
Just like The Golden Compass.
No one knows what you're talking about, man.
That movie came out.
It came out.
I know it. I know it came out. I'm not crazy. I saw it on DVD.
Derek, I can hear your terrible green light impression all day long.
Oh.
But we're running out of time.
Light.
And
green light? You mean
gaslighting? I know it's called gaslighting.
Well, Derek, baby, it's time for the movie you chose, and I'm really excited for this movie that you chose, and I'm really.
It's a shit show.
It's a shit show.
Don't be excited.
Can you just tell the listeners what the movie is called?
The Country Bears.
Woo!
Finally, a good Christian film.
Do you have anything you want to say about this movie before we cue it up?
I have some personal connections, but
lay it on me.
I'm not gonna bore people with it until after we watch the trailer.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, we're gonna watch this trailer.
Hey, Barry, dinner's ready.
Barry Barrington was like any other boy.
Sometimes I feel different. Like Dex and me. We don't look the same. He has freckles, and I don't. I think.
He was loved by his parents.
Just remember, son, the people who love you no matter what, that's your family.
And sometimes his brother.
This is my baby picture, and this is yours.
Mom, am I adopted?
Of course not, honey.
Dexter!
I gotta face facts. I just don't fit in.
He's run away from home. You knew you were gonna have to release him into the wild one day.
Now Barry's about to discover his destiny.
The Country Bears!
With 4 guys who are barely a band.
I belong here.
Welcome aboard, kid.
You're one of us now.
Well, are you going to find him?
Does he have any distinguishing marks?
Yeah, he's got thick brown hair. All over his body.
You guys, they're right behind us.
How about a little thing I call hiding in the car wash? So how does that work? We hide in the car wash. Where'd they go?
Your hair looks ridiculous. My hair.
From Walt Disney Pictures. One boy is searching for what he's been missing.
You're gonna do the show?
Not without you.
Woo!
And discovering what he's had all along.
Who's that little bear?
Oh, that's no little bear. That's my brother!
Disney's The Country Bears.
Yeah.
So is this movie basically just Almost Famous, but replaced the kid with a bear?
Yeah, it's one of the many unsuccessful movies based off of Disney World rides.
Yeah.
Wow, this is based off a Disney World ride?
Yes.
Actually, not a. I don't know if it's a ride, but it's a theme park attraction.
I have a lot of footage of myself dragging my parents to this horrible show in Disney World. This is one of the rides when you get to Frontierland. It's kind of like It's a Small World, where there's never a line to it because it sucks and it's from the 60s. But your parents are like, oh my God, it's so hot and there's no line. I'll let my dipshit kid drag me to this again. But it's basically the attraction is like it's a very high budget Chuck E. Cheese show, but with hillbilly bears singing
I was thinking that while we were watching it. It's like his band was, because the thing that freaked me out about this was that, like, okay, so yeah, it's about anthropomorphic bears, but the thing is they animated them to look like people in bear costumes. They didn't look like bears. They looked like fake bears.
Yeah, they kind
Wow,
of they
that's
kind
an
of look
amazing
like
point.
they look like how they look in the ride.
Maybe that's on purpose, but it literally looks.
Yeah, but I don't know why they tried this, because like the ride closed down like shortly after. It was like nobody went to it. It wasn't popular. Like the only popular movie based on a ride is Pirates of the Caribbean.
What about Tower of Terror?
That movie is not good.
I like that movie.
Well, it's not successful.
I like it.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up. fucking booger ass muncher face, asshole eye licker.
Oh, calm down. Calm down, son. Take your medicine.
I hope you bite your tongue next time you drag your parents to the Bears show thing at Disneyland.
Did you go to Disney World a lot because you were from Florida?
Well,
Florida
it wasn't.
ass
We
muncher?
We went like 4 times or something. It was like it's like a 7-hour drive. Florida's large.
Woo! Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. But yeah, we went a lot, and
So how do you feel about the movie trailer?
Weird. Pretty weird.
I'll
give it a 3.
Fantastic.
You know what? Don't hate me. I'm a softie who loves music, family fun, and a coming of age story. And that trailer fucking gave me a taste of all of that. So I'm gonna give it a 7. And for all the people, I can't. Okay, and for all the people who like couldn't see this trailer with us, I really want you to picture a kid who's a bear, but has the voice of the lovely Haley Joel Osment, the little kid from The Sixth Sense, and he's just out on the town meeting bears, doing hip hop dance with hot girls, and getting drunk with the bear and just partying his ass. It's literally like a childhood dream come true of mine.
Nah, dude, this is why you're wrong, and I'll tell you why right now. Here it goes. If you want a movie that's like this but way, 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 way better, just watch Paddington. Paddington is an actual good movie that's pretty similar.
How come every time I say I like a movie, you tell me to watch Paddington instead? It's always this happens every time.
It's guaranteed the first time I've ever spoke about Paddington.
No, we found your Paddington YouTube channel. We saw all your subscribers.
Yeah, man.
Paddington update. That's the title of all of them.
The fun facts for this movie are so bad. I'm gonna just list through a couple of them. This is one of the fun facts. This movie was filmed in Franklin, Tennessee. So my question is, what's worse, this movie being filmed there, or the only fun fact about this town is that this movie was filmed there?
You think it has it on the town sign? Filming location of Country Bears. Hi guys, I'm Alabama Vest. Welcome to the Country Bears tour. Here, this here's the saloon. Now it's a Walgreens where they film the famous bear gets kicked in the nuts by the cop scene, as you all remember. Anybody? No? All right, moving on. Here's the famous breakfast
Wait,
scene
wait,
house.
wait, wait. Calm down.
I'm sorry, sir. You can do your questions at the end of the tour.
So on IMDb always has like a trivia game for like every movie that they have. And this is so sad. This is the most saddest thing ever. The first fun fact on IMDb's trivia for this movie is, it's such a sad fun fact. It's the first one. The first fact is that this movie was featured in episode 215 episode of How Did This Get Made podcast. The podcast where they watch movies that suck.
Yeah. I've heard of that one. Yeah, man, this site, I think I remember this. Do you have like the numbers of like how much money it made and how much they spent? Because I remember this movie, I remember it flopping harder than a pancake.
Oh, that was a mean. I got two more fun facts I really just want to lay out. These are actually great fun facts. There's a scene where a fan says that this band is better than the Eagles, and that fan was played by Don Henley.
Oh my God.
From the Eagles.
Don Henley.
How did they get
better than the Eagles?
How did they get Don Henley to say the shitty bear? Like, do you think his kids begged him to do it?
That's why it flopped so hard. They blew the whole budget getting this guy.
His car broke down in Franklin, Tennessee, and they tied him up with zip ties.
Give us a line, Don. Give us a line.
You work for the mouse now.
I'm sorry I'm hijacking this podcast with my fun facts, but this one's my favorite one. So in 2011, Jason Segel, Muppet movie, was accused of stealing the plot from this movie.
Did they take him to court?
I don't think they took them to court because I know that bear couldn't stand up in court.
There's probably a ton of movies where, you know, some misfit orphan goes off and joins a band. I feel like there's probably a bunch of World War II Italy movies like that, where they join a band of clowns or something, go on tour and find themselves.
It's a kids movie too. It's a kids movie, so none of the plots.
La
to
Famiglia.
Half the time, if like it's a kids movie, especially one like this, the plot is going to be basically an adult movie that they just kind of adapted to fit in the children's movie stuff. You know what I mean? There's no way they came up with this original screenplay.
So, boys and girls, we're almost out of time, so let's quickly get to our favorite game ever that Charlie already lost. So there's no point of doing it.
I need to defend my honor. I don't want to be swept.
Okay, I'll let Derek go first.
12.
Charlie,
12.
If you want to win, this is a very easy. You know what to do. Just do the right thing.
13.
Yes, and Charlie did not get swept. The score
That's
was
right.
Whoa.
The score was a 30.
Oh.
That's right, Derek. You suck. You don't know anything about your own movie, The Country Bears.
I've
You're
never
a
watched
country
it
bear.
all the way. I sat in the ride a lot.
You love this ride. And guys, to close out today's episode, we finally are going to hear from Mr. Bobby Eagle III, Griffey Griff Ebert himself.
Of the Eagles fame, he gave it a 2 stars.
Oh.
Wow, and he's got a whole handful of paragraphs on it.
Wow.
Which one?
Christopher Walken plays Reed Thimple. That's
Wow.
a great name.
All right, so I'll go the last one. It's hard to figure out who the movie is intended for. In shape and purpose, it's like a G-rated version of This Is Spinal Tap. But while its wee target audience understand the joke, anyone old enough to be interested in the music is unlikely to be interested in the Bears. At least interested in the movie's routine and wheezy plot.
Wheezy.
True, the movie does a good job of integrating the Bears into the action with the animatronics by Jim Henderson. Oh, what?
They're people in costumes with an animatronic face.
So that's why it looked like that. I thought it was completely CGI.
It's like what they
Well,
did
there is
for,
CGI effects. Keep reading, Charlie.
I know, but I already read ahead. Okay. True, the movie does a good job of integrating the Bears into the action with the animatronics by Jim Henson's Creature
Jim
Shop.
Henson's.
Yeah, so I said the third time around.
He's
and no
famous.
doubt.
Jim and the Hendersons.
Don't you see we don't want you anymore?
and no doubt various CGI effects. Not to mention the strong possibility that in some shots we are basically watching actors in bear suits. Is it done well? Yes, but why?
But why? Why? Why did they do this? They could have made this in the 70s and people would have been into it, but they made it in 2002 and no one gave a shit or remembered this ride except me.
Absolutely.
I love Roger Ebert so goddamn much. I'm happy that we got to end with his review, and I love that he's asking the question we all want to know. Why?
Why did they do this? Who is this for?
So,
Queen
boys and
Latifah's
girls,
here.
Boys and girls, any last thoughts on the Country Bears, the ride, or the movie, or Haley Joel Osment, or Christopher Walken? Anything?
Final thought is that I was confused. I was like, man, this is so crazy because they animated it to look like people in suits, and then I found out it's because it was people in suits. Final thoughts, man, it was people in suits.
I just got why they named him Harry.
Because he's a bear.
He's Harry.
So I guess that's it for today's Friendly Beast episode of Trailer Trashing. We learned a lot of fun stuff. We learned that Sasquatches are hairy. We learned that John Lithgow is a very adorable, maybe homoerotic guy. We learned that Zach Galifianakis can do voice acting. And what else? If you have a Disney ride, don't make it into a movie, right?
Unless it's pirates.
Unless it's pirates.
We learned that always Bigfoot is another way of coming out. You know, you make a movie about Bigfoot, you're secretly gay. That's what we learned.
X-Men did it better.
And that's it. We'll be back again next week as always. I was Joey Rinaldi. That was Charlie Weinchick and Derek Blythe. Thanks so much for listening. If you liked what you heard, go on the podcast app. Give us a 5-star review. Please tell your neighbors and your friends and your family that we have a show. And, follow us on Instagram. Give us a message or two. See you next week, Knuckleheads.
Goodbye.